Well, yes, the Royal Marines have marked their 350th anniversary in some attention-grabbing ways this year. They've been aiming not just to keep the Corps in the public eye, but to generate funds to support wounded Marines and veterans. And this being their official birthday, there's a present to unwrap. And it's not just any old board game, but a special Royal Marines edition of Monopoly. And joining me is the man behind the Bootneck Bespoke board, Warrant Officer Class 1, Miles Hall. This is a really fun idea. Was it your idea?
No, I'm one of a number of men behind this, and the original idea was Sergeant Major Mark Stevens, who basically put the whole thing together, ran round with the concept, badgered the people that make Monopoly. It's the first ever military edition, as in of Monopoly. So that in itself, I think, was something that motivated their decision. It was quite quick, and then it was just going through all the normal protocols of the MOD, making sure that the design of the board encapsulated every facet of our history. So
let's talk about the board then. As you know, I'm a very keen Monopoly player.
Yes, I know.
Tell me about this board in particular, because it's quite special. As you say, it's bespoke to the Royal Marines.
Yeah.
Talk us through some of the places, because what I do know is you want to get the highest place, usually Park Lane. It's property, isn't it, you usually go for? So what are the squares that you go for here?
I think the highest value property is Helmand Close, which is a nod clearly to Helmand Province in Afghanistan, and then Al 4 approach. So these would be your Park Lane, Mayfair, and Al 4 would be the peninsula that the Royal Marines went over during the invasion of Iraq. And there's a nod to 350 years worth of history. The one thing you have to be aware of is we couldn't change the four corners of the board out of copyright.
Right, so, I recognise they go to jail and the free parking,
Exactly, and they were the only things that we couldn't change. The utilities and the train stations have been changed. The train stations are now various divisions of Royal Marines.
Change the cards here as well. You've got spoof and you've got orderly room. Yeah. So say I pick this up as we go around the board. For mastering the Bootneck Shuffle, collect 20. What's the Bootneck Shuffle then?
Well, clearly the Bootneck Shuffle is a means, it's a way of dancing after you've quaffed your whole body weight in beer, and it literally just is a way of dancing from your waist up, and giving the illusion.
So you've got
of moving.
some challenges in there as well, and the pieces are always bespoke again towards the towards the Royal Marines. We
have little raiding craft. We've got the combat boot. We've got the Wolseley pattern pith helmet, as it's better known. We've got a drum from a corps of drums, and ammunition liner, and a sort of a military truck.
I mean, it's a really fun idea, but there is a serious side to this as well, because it's not giving money to the manufacturers here, it's giving money to charity.
Yeah, indeed. It's generating money that can be then recycled into the core charities that support various parts of the Corps, right from the oldest veteran or his dependent down to the newest recruit that's coming through.
What will the Royal Marines be doing to celebrate their birthday today, apart from obviously having a game of this evening?
There are 350 of the finest Royal Marines sat in the London Guildhall this evening, with our Captain General, Prince Philip, and various other VVIPs. And Royal Marines past and present will be lifting a glass of whatever they fancy, and there'll be people nodding to each other all around the globe. You know, I myself will go back to HMS Excellence, where I'm based, and will probably slip into a pub somewhere in Portsmouth with some of my Royal Marine brothers and have a few beers.
You all have time for some fun as well, don't you? Warrant Officer Miles Hall, thank you for coming in and talking about it.
Thank you very much.